The best backpacking cook system coming up. Welcome back, guys. This video is just one video in a whole series of videos on how to backpack. Today we're going to be covering cook systems. Today I'm going to be showing you my cook system and what I feel is the best way to cook while backpacking. The first thing you're going to need to determine is what type of stove you're going to use. There are a couple different types of stoves. There are your traditional backpacking canister stoves, like this one here. This is the most traditional, the easiest, and the way that I recommend cooking while backpacking. There are a couple other options. There are a couple other options. You can cook on a fire, which I don't really recommend, but you can do it. There are alcohol stoves. There are tons of videos about fancy feast stoves where you make a little can, you poke some holes in it, you put some fuel in it, you light it. It's great, but it's not easy. If you are just starting out backpacking, go with a canister stove because they're reliable, they're affordable, and they're easy to use. The two different stoves that I switch between using are the MSR Pocket Rocket. I actually have the Micro Rocket, but I don't know if they make that one anymore. So the Micro Rocket or the Pocket Rocket, and the BRS titanium stove. Either one of these stoves is going to be great. I'm not saying you have to buy an MSR one or you have to buy the BRS one. All I'm saying is canister stoves are the way to go. Now, something you're going to need with a canister stove is a canister of fuel. Now, what you do is you just screw this on, you turn the gas on. Can you hear that? That means the gas is now coming out and you can light it. Once you light it, this is an adjuster that you can adjust the intensity of your flame. Let's demonstrate this so you can see how it works. Turn on the gas. Oh, it scared me a little. Now I've got my flame. And as you can see, I can adjust the intensity. When I'm done, I turn it all the way off. I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna put it away. Okay, now that you've gotten your canister stove, you need some sort of pot to cook on. Now, I went with the MSR Titan kettle. This is the 0.88 liter version, so it's the smaller version. Features to look for with pots for backpacking: handles on the sides, rubberized lids, markings on the inside. This one doesn't have any markings on the inside, but I do have a Toaks titanium one that does have markings, and it's really convenient. If you don't have markings on this is a pro tip for today. What I do is I'll measure out in a water bottle. I carry a smart water bottle. What I'll do is I'll get a cup of water and I'll pour it in. At that spot, I will take a black Sharpie and I will mark that spot so that I know that that's 1 cup of water, and then 2 cups, 3 cups, etc. Then when I'm in the backcountry and I'm using a Mountain House meal or something that is a dehydrated meal and it says I need 2 cups of water, I'm not guesstimating. I have those marks on the side of my bottle that tell me 1 cup, 2 cups, etc. There are tons of different pots. Pots are not going to be somewhere where you're going to save a ton of weight. So don't be super concerned with getting a titanium pot right off the bat. What I would suggest is if you're just starting out, go to Walmart and buy the $5 stainless steel cup that you find in the camping section. People will tell you that it's so heavy in comparison to titanium. We're talking a couple of ounces. When you're just starting out, you're not gonna need to be concerned with ounces. For example, I think this weighs maybe 2 ounces in that ballpark. The steel cup from the steel cup from Walmart weighs about 4 or 5 ounces. So we're talking like 2 or 3 ounces of weight and probably $30 in savings. Now let's talk some additional gear that I keep in my cooking system. I keep a long-handled titanium spoon. If you're just starting, go to Dairy Queen, buy a Blizzard, and keep the spoon. Or just go in and ask for a spoon. You don't need a fancy titanium spoon. Just go get a spoon from Dairy Queen and call that good. Mini Bic lighter. The reason they're small, they're reliable. We don't need to go in much more detail than that. If you like to have some sort of hot drink in the backcountry, you're gonna wanna get Hot Lips. Hot Lips, you put on the, let me just get my pot. Hot Lips will clip onto the side of your pot so that you can have your hot drink in here and drink it without the rim burning your lips. Something in addition to those items that I'll carry is a folded up piece of tin foil. This can be a makeshift windscreen, which just is basically a wall you set up around your stove if it's really windy to increase the efficiency of your stove. Also, if you like to fish in the backcountry, you might be able to use this for cooking fish on. It's just good and basically weightless and free. Next is to determine the type of food you're gonna take. This can be super overwhelming. Something I would suggest is if you're just starting out is to keep it simple. For breakfast, take things like instant oatmeal packets that are already measured that you just have to add water to. Lunch, you can take things like crackers, those, what do they call them? Summer sausages that you can cut up and put on crackers. You take granola. Lunch, try to keep a little lighter. And then for dinner, you could choose something like a Mountain House meal like this that you just add water to. There are other ways to cook while backpacking, but while you're starting out, just keep it simple. Let's review. Go with a canister stove. Go to Walmart and pay $5 for a stainless steel cup. Go with pre-made meals just for your first few trips until you get your feet under you. A mini Bic lighter, some sort of spoon, hot lips, and some extra tin foil. Sometimes it can be confusing on how to get all of your cook system into one little pot, as I'm going to show you how to get it all in here. What I do is I'll put this in the bottom, and then I'll put my fuel canister in with the rubber cap down so that I'm not going to get rust rings by putting it this way. So I'll put the rubber cap down, and then I can put things like my hot lips, my lighter, and my stove inside, then the lid. And I'm not worried about finding all of my items when I'm getting to camp and I'm wanting to eat. All right, guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is one video in a whole series of videos about how to backpack. So check out my other videos in addition to the regular video released every single Friday. This has been my backpack and cook system. Please smash the like button if you found value, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this on a regular basis, and thank you for stopping by.